Hi, my name is Dr. Asia Lyons, she, her pronouns, CEO of Liberated Educators Lab, host and producer of The Exit Interview, a podcast for Black educators. The exit interview started off because I wanted an exit interview. So I worked in a local school district here in Colorado for 12 years. And towards the end of my career, I experienced a lot of racial battle fatigue and racism-related stress. And ultimately, some parents in the school ganged up on me and pushed me out of teaching. So on my way out, I decided that I wanted an exit interview from my superintendent. I kept emailing him until he finally said yes. And so I had a list of things on a clipboard. I wanted to say all these things specifically because I knew this was my only chance to say what I had to say about my experience as an educator. And I just wanted to make sure that there was no assumption about why I was leaving. I was walking to my car and I was feeling so relieved because for me, at that time, that was not something I would ever do. I had this idea, like there's so many Black folks who leave education, either as teachers or deans, paras, or whatever, who never have a chance to share their exit interview. And so that's how the idea started. The podcast is called The Exit Interview, a podcast for Black educators, and we interview Black folks to share their experience in education. So I ask the same 6 questions each time, which are, the first is tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you know that education was for you? Then we talk about what was the last straw that helped them decide it was time to leave education. Then I ask folks, based on your experience, what do you believe schools, districts, and unions can do to retain Black educators? We follow up with, is there a Black educator that you would like to shout out? And then I ask the question, what are you doing now? And then the last question, which is one of my favorites, is, for you, what does it mean to be well? A lot of times when people are sharing their story on the podcast, there's a part where they talk about their experience with racial battle fatigue, the hives, the hair loss, the panic attacks, crying in the car, right? Distancing themselves from family and community. And so they've lost that sense of themselves through that journey. But on this other side, I ask that question because I want people to know we can come back to joy, we can come back to wellness, even if our experience in education was really trying, that people are finding joy and happiness and wellness again. So that's how the podcast is set up. And it's been 90 beautiful episodes, 90 plus beautiful episodes. When I first started, because I was thinking about, again, racial battle fatigue, which is my dissertation research, I was thinking that I would find stories about racism, Black and white, right? Black folks experiencing racism from white people. But as time has gone on, I have found a lot more things. It's a lot more complex than saying, just bring Black folks into teaching. We have experience with racism, of course, anti-Blackness, misogynoir, where Black women are experiencing harm from Black men in education, all types of reasons why people are leaving. And so that has developed me as a researcher, as a podcaster, as a human, and it's also helped me heal some pieces of myself as I've gone on. And now it's become much larger than that. So just recently, the podcast has been archived by the Schomburg Center for the Research in Black Culture in New York City. And this is huge because that means that people's stories are going to be archived there forever. When I started out this podcast, I just wanted to hold these folks' stories and amplify them. But being archived in the Schomburg allows folks' stories to be heard for 100, 200 more years. The Schomburg is 100 years old. And so I think about folks' grandkids and great-grandkids and nieces and nephews and their former students listening to them share their stories 50 years from now, right? Long after I'm gone, after the podcast is finished, these stories will continue on. And that's huge for me. And I'm really excited about that work. It is the first podcast ever to be archived at the Schomburg. Even now, saying it, I'm so shocked to have made history in that way. And I'm so excited for the people who are in this archive, who are part of the collection. And also that I'm able to add more people to the collection as time goes on. So it's not like the first 85 episodes that I put in are the only ones that can be incorporated. Every episode after that is also added to the collection. The Schomburg is a research center. It's part of the New York Public Libraries, and it was started 100 years ago by Arturo Schomburg. And His story goes that he's Afro-Puerto Rican, and he was told by his white teachers that Black folks had contributed nothing to history. And so he grew up and started collecting books and sculptures and all kinds of things to prove that Black people had contributed so much to American history and beyond. And it started off as a collection in his home, and he had things like, for example, Abraham Lincoln's Bible. He had things like that, which we know Barack Obama swore on oath when he was inaugurated into presidency. And so he made a contract with the public library systems, and they have a space for him, and they've continued to collect materials. So they have materials, all of the original works by James Baldwin. They have Maya Angelou's typewriter. And the thing I love the most about the research center is that they have researchers around the world who come in and use the materials for their own work. So the archive that I brought in there, the collection I brought in there, is not there on a shelf. Researchers, people who are curious about this work get to be a part of it and are brought in to use it, to listen to it, and not just sit somewhere where nobody will touch it. One thing I tell people about podcasting in particular, because I have folks who, hey, I love some advice about podcasting, I love some advice. And I say, just press record. Just publish it. Just put it on YouTube again and again and again. Keep showing up for yourself and leave some room for magic. If you are thinking about something that's been sitting in the back of your mind all this time, go ahead, step into it. See what happens. Leave room for that magic.